So The Invisible Man is our latest Universal monster movie, this time brought to us by Blumhouse as well, which when you see Blumhouse, it kind of gives you a little bit of confidence for horror movies. Not always, but it gives you a small bit of confidence knowing that there's a good chance this is going to be a good horror movie. And I went into this with my mind very much open because I heard good reviews, but the first trailer, as I think most people thought about the first trailer, they thought it revealed a lot of things. But luckily, after seeing this movie, that trailer doesn't really show you a lot. It shows you a small bit of stuff. It kind of gives you a little bit of seasoning of like, oh, this is what to expect. But it doesn't really give you any big plot points. It doesn't give you any big reveals, and it doesn't really let you know where the story is going, because I didn't know where this movie was going at all. The horror for this movie, for like, it is a horror movie, and there's some scenes where it was pretty horrific, and the stuff that was happening was horrible to watch, and those scenes where my mouth was literally hitting the floor. I was on the edge of my seat. Now, there was no points where I jumped out of my seat, but I did see it with my girlfriend, and there was many points where she was jumping. Personally, the horror didn't hit me as well as it did her, but there was just scenes where the intensity was hitting me on an unbelievable level where I just really wasn't expecting to feel that intense going into this movie. And Elisabeth Moss carries this movie perfectly. Literally, the whole responsibility of this movie does fall on her shoulders, because the villain in this movie is invisible, if you couldn't tell by the name of the movie. But I was introduced to Elisabeth Moss last year in Us, when she kind of plays a very much a sidelined kind of family character. And going into this, I didn't know if she was going to be like, I didn't know she can carry a movie, but she can. She did a fantastic job. All the emotion, all the fear was literally put through this woman's kind of whole persona, was put through her, because as I said, it is an Invisible Man. You can't really get any fear coming from the actual kind of horror monster, because you have to get it from her, and I just thought she was able to do it brilliantly. And the director does a great job of making you feel like you're not in a house just full of three people, that there is a fourth person, that there's always a fourth person in this house, where you'd be in scenes and you'd see Elisabeth Moss or one of our other characters within the house. They'd be standing in a location and it will pan out, and they'll be out of shot, and it'll just stay in the shot in an empty room, and you know there's someone there, but they don't know there's someone there. It really helps kind of set the whole scene to it. Like, there's a scene in the trailer when Elisabeth Moss is making breakfast, and you can see in the trailer it lingers on that one shot for a while. And if you didn't know he's invisible, like if you didn't know what the hell's going on, you'd be like, why are they lingering on this shot? And it's really good at setting the scenes. There's a scene in the attic. There's so many scenes in different locations where they kind of just, they don't really take they leave the camera sitting in a place for 1 minute or so, and it just really helps build the tension, even though it's something so simple. Because he's invisible, you don't know exactly where he is in this shot. It is a really good way of doing it all. So The Invisible Man is a movie that is way more than the trailer lets it on to be. It lets it on to be a kind of a generic horror movie, but then when you actually watch the movie, it's a lot more than that. A lot more is going on, a lot more happens, and it's just a movie that I could not recommend enough. It is by far the best horror movie we've got this entire year. I remember back when The Boy came out, I literally said when I started my review, why can't we get a good horror movie? All I had to do was wait another week and we got a great horror movie. And this is probably this is my favorite movie of the year. This is going to be a movie I'm going to pick up day one of Blu-ray release, because I'm really excited to watch it again. I just don't think I'll be able to see it in cinema again, but I'm really excited to be able to sit down at home and watch this movie again, and then just kind of pay more attention to the background, see is there any other small little nuggets of The Invisible Man at all, because this movie is just great. If you haven't seen this movie, I could not recommend it enough, and I'd love you to go see it in cinema so it can make more money, so we can get more movies like this. Like The Mummy from a few years ago, it was a bit too big. I think if they want to do a dark universe, I will be happy if they continued on like this. Like, I got Dracula back there, make a Dracula movie, that'd be cool. In this kind of vein though, don't make a big massive Dracula movie, make a smaller kind of story like this one, but Dracula, and see how that one works. So I think that would be a good follow-up from The Invisible Man to do a Dracula movie. Hopefully it will be good, but who knows. But if you're new to this channel, make sure you click that subscribe button so you can come back whenever I have a next movie review. I think next tomorrow will be Downhill, so if you want to see all my thoughts on that movie, click that subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching.